Number one, immigration's made us great. We look around the room, I'm pretty sure that we could say that we are a Heinz 57, okay? We've got everybody here. That's what makes us great. What President Obama did, though, is unconscionable in my mind. The president does not have the authority to create law out of thin air by using the executive order. It's up to Congress. We're saying, you know, when I grew up, there was a lot of things, and I've been accused of many things, one of which is callous, and okay, that's fine. But when I grew up, there was many times I went to an adult and said, it's not my fault, and they said, who cares? We've got to make it where people obey the law, and even if you're here and you're brought in by your parents, you need to leave and come back and do it legally. We're a country that believes in the rule of law. We keep changing the rule of law so that when President Obama's in power, he does his thing, and when Mitt Romney's in power in a couple months, he'll do his thing. That's not what made us great. We have to streamline getting new immigrants in here. I've got a next-door neighbor that's been here for 10 years. They speak English. They participate. Why aren't they citizens yet? I don't know. We have to take away the benefits. If you don't put into the system, you can't have the benefits. That's a magnet, as many people say. We also have to have a discussion about anchor babies. Because I believe that if you interpret the Constitution where it causes chaos, it's the wrong interpretation, and anchor babies is causing chaos. It's the wrong interpretation of the Constitution. We need that discussion. We need to secure our borders, and we need to start using E-Verify.
Well, I certainly didn't support the amnesty for 800 people who were children who came here with their parents who were here illegally. Just from a practical perspective, at the rate that we're creating jobs right now, it will take a year just to employ these people. And there are plenty of other people who have been out of work a lot longer than that. Secondly, is we hear an awful lot about immigration reform, but we need immigration enforcement. Now, I'm practical. You know, President Reagan in 1986, with the Simpson-Zolli Act, put 3.5 million illegals on the path to citizenship. And now, 30 years later, we have 12 million. It didn't work, and it was the single biggest mistake of both his administrations, by his own admission. So I think we need to enforce the current laws on the books. I think that people come here because of magnets. They come here because of jobs. They come here because of amnesty. And amnesty is the single biggest magnet that will attract people here. So I don't support that in any way, shape, or form. I do think that employers should be put on the hook. We should, of course, E-Verify. Anyone also who doesn't think, again, practically looking at the statistics, illegal immigration is down in the past 2 years, and I don't think that's any coincidence. That's because we're sitting with an economy that's growing at barely 2% a year. The jobs aren't there for these illegals, and hence they're not coming. So I think we need to enforce the laws. I think we need to secure our borders. I think we need to enforce E-Verify with our employers and take away the magnets that bring people here.
Okay, I'll join your all set. I am. Okay.